Howdy y'all, welcome back. I'm Oliver the Shoe Man, and today we are going to be customizing a pair of boots. You can see they're basically brand new. He didn't wear them at all. And there's a couple things that we're going to be doing to them. He wants us to cut these down so they're shorter boots. We are going to take everything off the bottom. We are going to be putting on a leather midsole, and then these really cool Dr. Soul green full soles on top. Then the added leather heel base and matching heels to go along with it. And we're gonna keep the natural edge. Then we're gonna do something with the uppers that he wants me to dye the uppers a certain color, and we're gonna do some sort of a two-tone color that I still gotta play with and find out what works best. So let's get started. Also, I know I've been telling you guys I'm going to do a shop tour. I promise you I will soon. It's been a crazy last 3 months since we moved in. My shop is still a mess. So little by little, as I'm fixing shoes, I'm organizing, fixing shoes, organizing. Once I get it all set up, I will do a full-length, cool video for you guys to see what my new shop looks like. So stay tuned. So I bet you guys are wondering, what the heck are you doing, Oliver? And I'm doing what the customer told me to do. He wanted me to cut it down lower. So we chopped that piece off. We cut the tongue down. Let's see, it kind of had added those gussets in there, similar to what these had. And then on the inside, there's this piece. This kind of serves as a binding on the inside of the boot. Like you can see, I haven't touched this one yet, so that's that piece right there. So what I did was I cut that off, and what we're going to do is basically just stitch this back into place on the inside. And then that way, once I sand and clean the top, it'll look exactly like this one, like it never happened. Now, as far as this goes, what the heck, why is that a different color? Well, he wants me to dye them a forest green to kind of match the green soles. However, this is not a forest green. It's almost like a avocado kind of green from what I can see. So I'm talking with the customer right now to see what he wants to do. Either dye it a dark green, a light green, or a light green like an avocado to match this, or kind of just leave it as is. I mean, I think it looks kind of cool with that distressed color. And then the eyelets, you can see they're brown here. With the acetone, they went silver. I think that looks kind of cool, if I'm being completely honest. With the leather sole, and then go with that. I don't know. What do y'all think? Well, I'm talking with the customer, so we'll get this taken care of and move forward. Alright, so we talked with the customer, and we are going to mix up a green that better matches the soles. So we're gonna go ahead and do that where I stripped them. So let's get started. So as I said earlier, customer went ahead and said he wanted the uppers dyed green originally, except originally he wanted a dark forest green, and that just wasn't going to match up with the green of these soles. So we decided to move forward with dyeing them a green that matched this, and this is what we came up with. And I gotta be honest with you, when he first told me he wanted this portion green, I was like, all right, whatever you want. I was kind of skeptical on whether or not I'd like it, but I kind of like it. It's got like a jungle style feel to it, look to it. What I ended up doing, as you saw, was painting using a leather paint, because there's no dye that you could really use. It's a leather paint that once you strip the surface, it'll apply real well, and then you put a finish over it. It'll hold just fine. It's not gonna crack, peel, or do anything like that. I went ahead and taped off all the brown areas. Went and put a secondary spray dye on top of that. A couple coats of that. Let that dry, and that got me that nice green color. And then after that dried, I went ahead and taped off all the green and recolored all the brown, because from the factory you can see this one I haven't touched the brown, I just did the green. You can see there's splotches. It's really weird. Some sort of, when they were really lazy when they finished this at the factory. They put the spray dye on there, or spray finish, or whatever the heck they did. On this one I saw fingerprints, like they sprayed it and somehow touched it and left it. So we ended up having to re-dye the brown as well. You can see it looks a lot better and a lot cleaner, in my opinion. So next step is we're going to go ahead and glue our midsole on and our sole on. The shank, cork, everything on the bottom is just fine. It's a brand new pair of boots, so there's no need to replace that. But we're gonna go ahead and get some glue on here, and get sticking. this project. And it's growing on me, it definitely is. Like I said, at first I was kind of skeptical about how it was gonna look, what it was gonna look like, but I think I like it. Almost makes me want to get a pair to do for myself. Reminds me of those jungle boots that they would issue the Marines. My father-in-law's a Marine and he showed me pictures of the ones they had. It was pretty much the same thing except this green portion was canvas instead of leather. So I went ahead and switched the dark brown stitching to a white stitch. Not a super white, off-white, almost like a beige, just to give it that extra pop. The customer kind of left that part up to me, so what do you think it's gonna feel or look good? We also added silver speed hooks, the 3 speed hooks. These eyelets, they were brown before, and that's from when they painted and finished the shoe. They just sprayed right over the eyelets, so they had like a brown paint on it. So what I did is I took some acetone and a Q-tip, and I cleaned off the brown paint. They were silver underneath. So we went and had added the silver speed hooks for the boots. On the inside, if y'all remember, it had like a piece around the back, the binding. We went ahead and salvaged that piece. So he's got that, his size and everything still in there. But yeah, here's what we got left. All the different parts that we have. We got the heels, the upper portion of the boots, the leftover tongue, that half sole, and then this plastic sole that was supposed to be looking like leather, or supposed to look like leather, but it's plastic. So these shoes are now one of a kind for sure, and I'm gonna be happy with how they turned out, and I think the customer's gonna be real happy too. So comment down below what you guys think about them. What would you have done if they were yours? Would you have kept them all brown? Would you have kept it the distressed look that we had before painting, or would you have gone with more of a forest green, darker green? Because I tried to match this green to that green. And obviously you can't get it perfect, but you can get close. I think we did pretty good with that one. So let me know what you guys think. I definitely appreciate it. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow for more cool projects to come. I got a lot of stuff on the horizon, and God has definitely put a lot on my table. So thank you. God bless y'all. Have a good day.